functionality.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe the contact was not there. You jiggled that thing and it went on. Oh, this isn't. That's the problem.
Okay, that was it. This wasn't.
That's the problem, probably.
This right here, because this blue light wasn't on up here, dangling.
Did that antenna knock it over? Because look, it's leaning again.
No.
It's just this probably ought to be replaced with a better one.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
It's a cheap one, so it should be all right now.
I'm making contacts right now. 58.
Okay, I'm gonna start playing with that V8 then. Well, I gotta get my setup first, but
Yeah,
when I get it done, I'll download the software and look at it.
It's easy to do.
It's easy to do.
With the 7,300, it's so easy. It takes you.
Yeah. All right.
Takes you nothing.
You guys had a good time last night?
Not really, but it was okay. I went to bed like around midnight, and I woke up at 4 o'clock. I went back to sleep. 5 o'clock, I get up. And it was a short night for me,
Yeah.
because you worry about all that stuff too,
Yeah.
And the two guys, they do the night shift. They're not that smart. They're not that great. They don't look at the ESL. Always, if you transmit, you always have to look at your SWR.
Yeah.
Always. That's constant. Because you can brew up that radio in no time.
Yeah.
That's what I do with my radio here. If you have the 7,300, you're going to have a waterfall. You have a waterfall. But I will keep mine short, and I will keep this in there. So if the SWR goes high, you see it. You see I have, now the tuner is on because I need to tune that band. Because my antenna is not made for low in 10 meters.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I have to tune it. So, but you have to watch your SWR. If that goes sky high, it goes above 3,
You can damage your equipment.
you can damage your radio.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, done.
Okay.
That's something you need to know.
Yeah.
You have to keep an eye on this, your SWR and your ALC. If your ALC is too high, that means you're overmodulating.
Mm-hmm.
So people cannot, they'll understand you kind of.
So it will be
But it will be, it's like, I'm gonna say you talk to the microphone, and it's like, comes over like, you're like a monkey.
Right, okay. And then, so, like, what if your SWR starts going out of whack? What do you do about it?
You have to check what's wrong.
You have to check what's wrong. Cables and all that stuff.
Yeah, cables. That's what this is for. This is handy.
Yeah. Check the cables.
To check SWR.
Okay.
You don't have to buy it. You can use mine. Problem is with mine, you have to hook it up to a laptop or a battery or a battery pack before it starts up.
So basically, that powers it. The USB.
Yeah. Once it powers up, you're good. But for some reason, that thing, and that's not a cheap thing. It costs like $500-600. Okay.
That does.
Yeah.
That's $500.
Yeah, but I cannot start it up with the button. It has to be powered up by whatever USB power you do.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's
And that'll work. Does that work for any antenna type? Is that like for?
It all depends which one you buy. It all depends which one you buy.
Okay, so they are for specific bands.
Yes. The more expensive you buy, the more bands you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So this one will work from 2 meters up to 50 megahertz.
Okay. So it does do VHF.
Yeah. Like if you buy a cheaper one, like the Zoom 220, I believe. That's a cheaper version. Mm-hmm. This one will just only do 30 megahertz, so from 0 to 30. It all depends how much money you're going to spend. Well, you don't have to do it. I got it. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's stuff?
I'm done with the CW. Do you want me to leave the radio on 15? Just leave it, or just power it down for now?
Just power it down now. Power it down. I'm making contacts now on
FTA?
meters, on FTA.
Cool.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah. I went up and down 15 twice. I started getting some people I got. I also heard them call you because they stop calling you because you're not getting. So everyone up and down, but a lot of the same.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, on CW, and that's the big difference. CW, the bands aren't as.
No,
The
the
bands are as horrible,
but the bands are
but you
bad.
get more signals.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to get, right?
Yeah,
It's just simpler, right?
Well, it's a signal noise ratio a lot better. So in X conditions, you'll hear more CW than effectively like that.
But the bands are dead out. I wish you just shut it down. Turn off the radio. Turn everything off.
So you don't put, if it's off CW, I'll just shut it down.
Yeah, just shut it down.
That's pretty low.
Where's the trust?
But yeah, that's if you have almost always if you have a bad SWR, first thing that you need to do is check your almost jumper wire design. That's the problem that's coming out. And
We need the jumper wires.
yeah, the jumper wire that goes from your radio to your SWR meter.
Okay.
That's what you need to check.
Right.
You have to own that out. If that is okay, then you need to see your coax cable. If you buy an expensive one, this one, they'll tell you if you have a bad coax cable. Buy cheap one, it will not do it. Then you have to, if your coax cable is okay, then you have to go check your antenna.
The antenna. Okay. And then if something's wrong, it's most likely bad connections.
Yeah, bad connection.
Bad connection.
Bad connections. And I was planning to show you that yesterday. Look, that's your meter is the same thing up here. So if you hit the 52 button on your VHF, your meter should be like this. So that's your power.
Yeah.
The left one is the power you transmit, and the right one is your SWR.
But they should meet in the middle, shouldn't they?
No. The one should stay low there. That's your SWR. That should stay low. That should stay low. And this one should go radio 50 watts. It should go on 50 watts. And the low one should be the right one should stay low.
Okay.
They don't have to. They cannot meet each other because. Look, I'm on high power now, so high power will not show me. Like on that meter, you have to set it on the lowest setting you got, and then it will show you your SWR.
Okay. All right.
So
I want to check the work that I've already done.
no, you got that SWR meter. So,
I do. I haven't plugged it in yet.
Oh, you didn't.
But that will do 2 meters.
I will do 2 meters. Yeah. And that's the power you're putting out. If you put it on flat, so if I put it on average, it will go on 100 watts. But that's not what the power goes out to the antenna. You will see it now in a second. See? But you have to put it.
So it's showing you the power and very low SWR. Okay. All right, I get it. That's it.
So that's the right one is your SWR. This one is the power. Because I'm losing power because I'm using the antenna. Whatever antenna you lose power.
Okay. All right. That's okay. So now I'm more than this. I'm getting it. So,
And if you have the 7300, let me tell you, it's definitely in the beginning. I'm not a beginner. I'm an old hand, but I always have this on.
Yeah.
And if I talk to my microphone, I always watch it.
right. So you know what's going on.
Yeah, because I don't want to spend another $3,800 because my SWR is back.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to glue up a radio.
I'm sure.
It's not hard. You glue that thing up in no time.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, because
you're gonna have wood. Don't buy extra wood for nothing on the radio. You're gonna have a wood warranty. But if the SWR is too high, they don't know. And you ain't gonna know it.
They don't care, right?
yeah, just the same thing. If you get hit by lightning, you ain't gonna warranty that. They know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's,
Protect them. You gotta protect themselves. Not their fault.
you have to protect it. You know?
Yeah.
But
How's the dogs doing? Are they okay with all this?
my German Shepherd is not okay. She woke me up because they went in the restroom last night. What's normal, you know?
Yeah.
But then she wakes me up. What's normal, yeah. There's not much you can do about it. But for next year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the filter. So that means I'm going to have to spend $1,000 on this property. But it is what it is. So we're going to have 2 radios running with a beam antenna.
Okay.
So that's a duplexer.
That you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like $530 for the duplexer, but you still need the filters. So I think it's going to be around $1,000. So the person going to do it, I'm going to buy it. But
You're gonna buy it?
Yeah, I can buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the $40 for you.
Oh, my money! I need my money! No, I couldn't buy food today. I almost came to your house last night. Come on.
We didn't even have anything for you to eat last night.
I'm not worried about that. But
Yeah, you'll learn to do this now. It's not hard. It's not.
I almost get that beer in my.
it's empty anyway.
He's got enough for me to have had a sip.
Yeah, there's not. I'm going to get my beer before it gets hot.
Before it gets hot.
It's probably over there. I don't like to drink hot beer.
Yeah. Alright, so we're coming. I learned a few things. I mean, can you take a picture of this?
What, you mean the backside?
Oh, you can eat it. Look, I just said that on the live stream.
We're all keeping here.
And the 2 pictures we just took. Nobody's listening. It's just
No, no one's coming.
It tells us if anyone's even on there, right? There's no one there.
I'm no subscribers, no buy.
This is my first time doing live stream on YouTube, so I don't know what all. I don't know where all the stats are. I'll find them.
I'll repost this thing.
Yeah, the camera's not friendly with this.
Nobody
With the-
wants to do
with the
that.
Yeah, with the digital noise.
Let's see here. Field day 2025. TE.
SFL.
L.
We got another hour left, so.
Okay.
Well, it's normally to 5 o'clock, but it's only so many hours you can operate.
Oh yeah. So how many contacts you getting? Are these streaming in?
This is all the contacts. So 89 CW contacts, 372 phone contacts, and 69 digital contacts.
Only 69, even though you're.
Yeah.
Even
The
right?
bands are so bad, you know.
Yeah. Are there fewer people doing digital?
No, they do a lot of digital, but some people, you know, you cannot reach them. I don't hear them, they don't hear me, you know.
So do people use FT8 for anything other than contesting?
Yeah, they do. They use this for everything.
Or they do like chat with each other?
Yeah. You cannot chat. There's another thing, the GS8 call. You can type to each other, but it's only so many words you can type before it sends it out.
Before it sends?
Yeah. I can say, hey, hello, Dale, hello, and then you have to type in the rest before the next cycle comes.
Yeah. All right.
But try to stay away from the digital.
Stay away from the digital?
Try, yeah.
Why?
Why? Because it's so easy, you know, I can walk away and I can do everything by myself. You have to learn to talk and listen.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
That's what I want to do. With the phone.
In the worst conditions, because the band, the sunspots are going downhill already.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's down, you know, you're just going to do FT8. That's all what you're going to do.
Okay.
But, you know, if you used to talk on the radio, when the band opens a little bit, in, you know, even in the bad conditions, then you can talk.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to learn how to talk.
Yeah.
Because FT8 is easy, you see it. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
And so the graph,
That's when I'm.
is that when you're actually.
That's when I'm receiving. If it's red, that's when I'm transmitting.
Okay.
So, different topic here related. Have any of the changes in laws affected ham radio yet?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't
So
expect
the
it to.
current administration hasn't messed with us yet?
No, not yet. But it might come. You never know.
Yeah.
No, there's no incentive.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so, but he can if he wants to. If he wants to, he can. He does whatever he wants to.
Exactly.
You know?
He does whatever he wants.
There would be no incentive. What's the incentive for taking away the ham frequency?
To restrict people's communications.
Yeah, he can.
Isn't that what other countries do when they want to control their
Well,
people?
like
If it's like martial law, then yeah.
Yeah.
Like North Korea is not in the air anymore.
Right. See.
You know, if
What was their incentive to control their people? Right.
Yeah.
To restrict their
Yeah.
Well, you're right. If it's something like martial law, I can see that.
like
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, there are videos on YouTube from it. You have to look that up. The blocking from Cuba or something on ham radio. There are YouTube videos from it. A couple of years ago, you probably remember, and Cuba and in Miami, it was like protesting and stuff like this. They blocked Cuba, ham radio guys in Cuba. But they put a big signal out. So that's a big beacon they put out, but that affected us too, because we were so close to Cuba.
So it was like a disruptor?
Yeah,
Or
they put a big beacon out, a big tone out, and it's like Russia did this 2 years ago in the Cold War. That was called the woodpecker.
Mm-hmm.
And
it just interferes with you.
Yeah, that's just mess you up.
Yeah.
So Cuba did this, and you have to stop this because they were blocking us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they can do something.
Those things they can do.
There are things they can do. Because what they can do is, they just have to get a big amplifier, what they have, 10,000 watts or something amplifier, big antenna, they hit that button, you ain't talking.
Yeah.
What about tuning into police scanners to hear?
Police scanners are DMR now. It's all digital and coded.
So you can't hear.
No, not really.
Not as easy as it used to be.
No. But the military is using a lot of 6 meters, and the Air Force is using like 111775. If you got a wire antenna and you got something that can tune it, you can listen to it.
Like, can you listen to that right now?
Yeah, but I'm just transmitting it, so I just want to.
Oh.
But yeah, but that's most at night. You hear it. 11 megahertz is most open at night. Daytime it's not. But that's the frequency what they use.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff you can hear. There's a lot of stuff you can do with HF, with an HF radio. You can get the news stations. They fax to each other. It goes over the air.
Mm-hmm.
You can get them.
You can hear that.
Yeah, you can get it, but you need a special equipment. You need a PK232. Yeah, that's like a modem.
Yeah.
And that filters everything, and then you can get that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. But yeah, they can block everything if they want to. If he wants to, he might do it. Who knows?
Well, he's messing with everybody else. Why not us?
Yeah, he's messing with everybody else. So you don't like him too?
We're not really supposed to talk about those things.
I know.
I don't tend to.
I think just discussing facts is one thing, though, right?
It's just stupid how he is, to me.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about politics, but it is what it is. But
And I think it's important to be aware of what's happening
can happen.
because these things affect us. Even if not directly, it still affects your life and the people around
it's
you.
going to affect everybody.
And the availability of resources, the cost of things.
Go to the store now. You go with $100 bill into the store. You got nothing in your cart. It's just.
Yeah, like the whole immigration thing, taking away the workers, they're providing everything that we buy, and the services that they provide.
I work on, I'm a diesel mechanic. I work on a lot of, people that doing roofing stuff in there, the pickup trucks, and and they come and say, they complain they have no workers anymore. They have nobody to work. Can you imagine if you won't have to put a roof now on your house? How much that will cost?
That's we have to get some roofing done at
We
the.
have to get our roof done next year.
So we're gonna get a good taste of that medicine.
They ain't gonna work for $15.
How much is it gonna cost as opposed to what it would have been it had the roof been worked on 6 months ago?
They ain't gonna work for $15 an hour, and you have nobody who wants to work. It's.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I think it's wrong. That's my opinion.
I share that opinion.
That's my opinion. Why didn't you do it the other way? Get them the paperwork, then pay taxes. Got most of them already did.
Yeah.
That already did.
They're paying taxes that they don't get to benefit from.
So, why don't you do the paperwork? And get over it,
Yeah.
Of course, the criminals, they have to go. Not the good guys, Well, whatever. No, we can do nothing.
I mean, everyone started off as an immigrant unless you're Native
Like
American.
What they gonna do now in the Everglades? We're gonna pay for that stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, it's hard to talk about it. You know, some people you can talk. Like Michael and Harlan, you know, Trump. So you can say nothing wrong about it.
And the thing is that it's okay to disagree. It's how you go about disagreeing, and if you just disagree civilly. But some people can't disagree peacefully.
Let me grab a drink. I will be right back.
Do you want me to get you like tea and soda water? Okay.
And there's drinks in here, too.
No, we got some.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I just I don't like to talk, but you know, BB is also against sleeping that happens. I'm against sleep too, so it's not true.
We are broadcasting, but no one's listening to us.
And your own life.
Yeah, no one's listening to us.
Maybe he's listening to us. Who cares?
Whatever, people say worse things about him than we do. I find it very amusing what happened with the Queen Maxima of the Dutch Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, who she was making fun. And I still haven't read his reaction to that. I still haven't seen anyone write about it. I would love to hear what he had to say about that. But she looks like a troublemaker. Do you see the look in her eye and that little smile that she has? In every photo you see of her, she's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
I like her just by that look on her face. I know nothing about this woman other than that.
Well, I'm gonna start here doing some fish on the barbecue. We didn't eat the fish. We got kebabs, we got fish, we got everything. So a little bit we're gonna start barbecuing here.
I didn't ask Elsa if she needed help, but I'll ask her.
She made everything late this morning.
Yeah, she's been busy.
Yeah, you girls did good yesterday. You know? Oh, I got
She
another
did
one.
pretty much everything. She barely let us cut some vegetables. That's all.
Really?
Yeah, she did most everything.
No, that's awesome.
It's nice to have company though, because I get it when you're away from everyone. You have company in the house, but you're or at the house and you're tucked away in the kitchen. That's not fun. In our house, it's kind of like yours with it's a teeny tiny kitchen. Our kitchen is a third the size of this right here. That's how small our kitchen is. And if Dale and his daughters or whoever sit in the living room, I can't hear anything, and then that's not fair. So if they move into the dining room, then I can hear them. They can hear me. I could still be working. They could sit their asses down and do nothing. But at least I am part of the conversation. Yeah. I don't like to be tucked away feeling like the Mexican housekeeper.
Alrighty, so far I made a couple contacts, so let's see what we're gonna do in the next 50 minutes, so 40 minutes, and we're gonna go from there. I need to get me a beer.
Get you a beer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit over here and investigate this. But why?
was giving a class
Oh yeah.
about logging. It's good to know. I don't know how to restore that if I have to restore that one day.
He hasn't shown me either. He just sort of goes in there and boom, boom, boom. I'm like, Dale, don't you want to just like do it in front of Phil so that Phil could just do it if he has to?
Yeah.
And I also really don't know. That's why I'm just playing with the buttons to see what.
I played
what
with it too. I played
does.
with it this morning, but I said I'm not gonna mess it up because I think Dale's gonna be mad at me if I mess it up. So I just stayed away from it.
Engage with your audience. What does that do? Start a question and answer.
Yeah.
Yes, money.
It's so much information. So this right here comes up. That website, how you log in, right here.
Hang on one second. Let me shut this down real quick.